Welcome back to Baby Blue Gear Review. If you are interested in the Byrna Compact Launcher, then this is the video for you. We're going to open the box, look at all the stuff, talk about some of the things you need to know. So, first of all, what is the Byrna? The Byrna is a less lethal protection, legal in all 50 states. There's no background checks. It's interstate travel friendly. Basically, this is not a gun. Not a gun. This is a launcher. It uses CO2 cartridges. We can talk later in the video about why you might want this thing, but let's look at it first. So when you open it up, it actually comes with 3 little tubes of projectiles. I've already shot those, so I don't have the tubes to show you. But basically, you pick the thing up. It kind of looks like a firearm. I went ahead and went for the bright orange one. It also comes in black. The reason I went for the bright orange one is because there are no firearms that I'm aware of in this color, and so I don't ever want to be in a situation where this happens to be in my hand or in my pocket or something and someone might mistake it for a firearm, because it is not a firearm. So it's super lightweight, easy to use. Unloaded, not that you would ever carry it unloaded, but unloaded, it comes in at 13.7 ounces. So the way you load it is there's a little button right here. You just drop the magazine and it will hold, actually will hold 6 rounds. The magazine holds 5 and the device itself, you can put one in the chamber. And so you can actually carry 6. So it comes with it comes with 2 kinds of projectiles in the little tubes. It comes with 2 tubes of this kinetic projectile. These are literally just little plastic balls. And what's pretty cool about these is they're brightly colored. They're this bright orange color, and so there's a possibility of finding them again, picking them back up. Now, if you shoot them into the woods, you're not finding it. But if you're shooting like against some kind of a backdrop where they just fall down, you can actually pick these up and use them multiple times. It's just good for training purposes, even if, this is, reusable. Good for training purposes. The other thing it came with, and of course I bought these separately, is it came with 5 of these. These are marking, so they have, they say inert powder, I think it's chalk, inside. So it's very simple and easy to load. All you do is you just take your magazine, and I'm just going to do one of each. So there's a plastic one, there's a chalk one, plastic, chalk, plastic, and that's 5. So when I put it into the device, you see this little thing pops up. That tells me that there's a projectile in the chamber. So what I can do now is I can pop it out, get me another one, put it in, and now I actually have 6 launches before I run out. It does come with another magazine, so if you were going to carry this, you could load 6, have 5. Now you've got 11. Each CO2 cartridge is good for about 15, so you could pretty much have a full round ready to go. So it comes with 2 CO2 cartridges, and to install the CO2 cartridge, there's a little tool on the end of the magazine. You just stick it in there, and you unscrew it. Very simple. Oh, I had one in there already. And then here's your little 8-gram CO2 cartridge. You just put it in there, put the lid back on, and tighten the screw. Just kind of finger tight, don't get crazy. And there you go. This thing is ready for action. You can tell that it's loaded because it has the little pop-up thing. It has pretty nice sights. If you look, there's 2 bright green and 1 orange. They're very, very accurate, actually. They're surprisingly accurate. So we'll show you that in a minute when we go and actually do some shooting on the targets. So let's take a look at it loaded now. We're gonna tear out this scale. Fully loaded, it comes in at 14.1 ounces, so it's very light. You might be interested in knowing how does that compare to like a regular concealed carry firearm. This is a Glock 42, it's loaded. So a fully loaded Byrna, compact launcher is 14.1 ounces. This is a fully loaded Glock 42. That comes in at 1 pound, 0.2 ounces, 1 pound and 0.2 ounces. So the Glock is, of course, quite a bit heavier. You would expect that. There are just a few little metal parts. There's some metal screws in this, but this is mostly plastic, and it's shooting plastic. The only metal in here really is the cartridge, which is aluminum. The Glock, of course, is all metal. If you are familiar with the Glock 42, you might be interested in how it compares as far as size. I have pretty small hands. You can see this is how my Glock fits in my hand, and this is how the Byrna fits in my hand. So it feels actually kind of similar in your hand. Side by side, the part where you hold on to, the Byrna, as you can see, is bigger, quite a bit bigger, but it is lighter. So the barrel itself is probably twice as big, a little bit longer. The trigger pull area is almost the same. So if you're familiar with shooting a Glock 42, you're gonna have no problem with the Byrna. As far as concealability, again, you know, this is a smaller item to conceal, but this one is a lot lighter. So it's just a little bigger than a Glock, if that's helpful to you. Some stuff to know about it. So it has 3 different kinds of ammo you can buy. Like I was saying, there's these little orange plastic balls that are reusable if you can find them. There's the marking balls, and then you have your actual pepper spray tear gas ammo. There's 2 kinds of that tear gas ammo. The one I happen to have is the Max. The Max is actually full of tear gas, so I'm leaving it in its cylinder until I actually have practiced with this device for a little while and I'm ready to carry it. So if I was going to carry it, then I would carry it loaded with tear gas. I would probably not carry it loaded with plastic balls, because what's the point? Like if you're actually going to fire this at an animal or something, you want it to work, and this will work. There's also a pepper spray, or not spray, there's a pepper ball version of the chemical projectiles. I didn't get any of the pepper ball ones just because I feel like for the use case that I bought this for, which is protection against dogs, I was actually on my bicycle and was attacked by a dog. I was hurt pretty bad by that animal, and I don't want to stop riding my bike, but I find that I'm afraid now to go out without some kind of way to protect myself from an attacking dog. So I feel like this is a great solution for that. I didn't really want to carry the actual Glock with me on my bike for a couple of reasons. Number one, you know, it's an actual firearm, and if I were to discharge it in the general direction of a dog, I would kill the dog. And I don't want to kill the dog. I just want the dog not to kill me. And so I feel like a nice tear gas projectile is a better option. Something I considered was, you know, bear spray, dog spray. The problem with this when you're riding a bike is that if the dog is, if you're shooting into the wind, you actually can pepper spray yourself. I actually did that, not with bear spray, but it was with a smaller canister, and I ended up getting it in my eyes, which I did not enjoy. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but I can see how it would definitely stop somebody, because I just got like spray blowback. If you got like a direct hit, it would do the job. Anyway, but the thing about this is you can actually aim this and fire it, so you would get like an impact on the dog, and then they explode on impact, and then you'd get tear gas. So then the dog wouldn't be able to see you, and then because he can't see you, he can't attack you. I feel like it would probably work also on other sorts of wildlife. I don't know, I might be a little scared to use it against a bear. I do live, there are bears in the area, but I usually, if I'm going to be somewhere there's bear, I'm with men. So I'm not too concerned about that. The biggest concern for me is the dog attacks that I'm trying to prevent. So a couple things to know: you buy the little 8-gram CO2 cartridges in these packets, and they come 10 in a packet, but one of them, out of the 10, one of them is stamped oil, and you want to actually put one of these through your device every you know, every 10th one needs to be one of these. So the directions say first shoot 30 rounds and then use an oil cartridge. So, and then the oil cartridges, it's just a cartridge, like it still shoots the projectiles. It just makes it so it's oiling the seals. There's rubber seals inside here. One thing they did mention to me when I was talking to the people who sold this to me, I bought this at Sportsman's Warehouse. Although I think they might sell it on Amazon. If they do, I'll put an affiliate link, but I actually started making this video without checking that. Is if you ever do actually shoot a chemical projectile, whether it's the Max or the Pepper one, afterwards you need to clean the device very, very well, because it will leave some residue in the device, which the next time you fire it, it could get some in the air and consequently in your eye, which you do not want. So another thing to be aware of is when you purchase the ammo, you need to make sure you get the right caliber. So it is 0.61 is the one that works. When I was at the store and I was buying these, I was just like, oh, all the ammo, yay! And I actually grabbed these green ones because I thought, oh, that's fun, green and red. And then also these ones, they're actually water soluble. So if you lose it in the woods and next time it rains, it'll just dissolve. But these are not the right size. These are 0.68. They actually don't make, at this moment, the green ones in 0.61. So you just want to make sure when you pick up your ammo, you make sure you get the right size. So I'll need to return this canister. They also sell little holsters for them. I did buy this holster. I'm still working out actually how to carry it on my bike. Once I get that figured out, I'll make you a video to share in case there's other cyclists out there who are like, yeah, dogs are a problem. But it's just this little plastic holster. It fits in there pretty well. Oops, like this. If you wanted to put this in a vehicle or whatever, you could. It comes with, this is the thread ones like for a belt loop, or it also comes with little clips that you could use. The packaging looks like this. This is the level 1 holster. There's also a level 2, but I kind of got the idea that the level 2 only fits the larger versions of the launcher. That's important to know. There's actually 3 versions of this at the moment. There's the compact launcher, which is the one I went for because I have smaller hands. And also I'm trying to carry it on a bike, so I need it to be as small and lightweight, compact as possible. There's also the original one is the Byrna SD, self-defense. This is the CL, compact launcher. The Byrna SD is quite a bit bigger. So if you are a bigger person, you have more space, maybe you're gonna put it in a vehicle, you have larger hands, you're able to handle larger things, then that one is actually a little cheaper than this one. But it is quite a bit bigger. And then there's an LE, law enforcement version, and I haven't really looked into those at all. I'm interested here in this compact one. So anyway, let's load this thing up. And, oh, this is already loaded up, so we've got it all loaded up. Let's go fire some rounds, and I'll show you the accuracy of the weapon and how easy it is to fire. Welcome to our little range, also known as the dirt bank behind the shop. Since I don't actually have it mounted on my bike yet, Wade is going to just carry it in his hand and then cycle by and shoot the attacking dog. Just to kind of proof of concept, is this even going to work? So let's see if he can hit the target while riding the bike. Oh, let's see.
3 of them.
3 out of 4 ain't bad, and you can see the balls are right there in the dirt.
I mean, and the other one wasn't very far away. I would have hit him in his hip, probably.
Yeah, a dog is bigger than a bullseye, so I'm gonna say proof of concept, we win.
I would say so. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm gonna shoot a group at self-defense distance from a dog. I would never shoot a dog that was more far away than this.
What do you think you are, 2 yards?
Maybe 2 yards. I don't know. I think if I've got a growling dog right there, it's probably time to do something about it. So here we go. So that was a fairly accurate group. Now we're just gonna do step back shoot. We just have a piece of wood we're shooting at, and the first time I hit it, it'll knock all the chalk off. So we're just gonna see how many times I can hit the board. The interesting thing is how far can you go back and actually hit your target. So eye protection, safety first. That one's okay. Step back. Got that one. Step back. Still got it. Woo! That one came at me. It's right there.
Even though it's backward tilt though, it did okay.
Yeah. Still got it. Whoa.
They're coming for me.
They're coming for you. Well, you have glasses on. You're good. Got that one.
You can hear
They're ricocheting way back there. That's crazy.
Slow enough I can see them, though.
That sounds like I might be out of CO2, and I have not been counting my shots.
That one had no bullet.
That had no projectile. It's not a bullet. It's not a firearm. It's not a toy. You know, it's a it's a medicine ball launcher. We're still hitting. I got that one, but I think I'm out of CO2. Yes. All right. Short pause while we reload. So here, you just drop the magazine. Looks like I have 2 projectiles left. Plus the one in the chamber. And there is one in the chamber, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop that.
You mentioned how to do that. I don't think you did that.
Oh, there's a button on the top. Oh, well, see.
Which is also the loaded indicator.
So when it's loaded, the loaded indicator light thing pops up. You drop the magazine, it leaves one in the chamber, so you want to just drop it. So we're going to real quick just... So one of the things you might be interested in, for me personally, I have a little trouble loading the magazine on my Glock. Its spring is so stiff, there is no problem loading this thing. It's very, very easy. So you take your little tool, unscrew. Oh, Wade did this one, it's tighter. Does make a little sound, that's okay. Take your thing off, drop your CO2 cartridge, put in the new CO2 cartridge. And what's cool about this is it doesn't actually puncture the CO2 cartridge until you pull the trigger for the first time. So you can load it up with a CO2 cartridge and 6 shots, and it's fine until you fire it. I only have 3 in here, so we'll go ahead and shoot them. I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to be able to hit the target. Well, the gun. I mean the not a gun.
There you go.
Got that one.
Only one more. Got it.
I'm still hitting. Let's pause and reload. All right, reloaded. I have 11 more shots. So let's just keep moving back. Got it. They definitely ricochet where I wear.
I mean, you are shooting a piece of wood. I don't know what you expect. You're gonna get that. We're right here at about recommended maximum effective range right now.
Got it. 60
So
feet,
much.
good to go. You come back here to maybe 64, 65 feet, and then it's gonna hit so much lower. Well, actually I got it.
You can see it's like a foot lower. It's hilarious.
It's like a foot
I don't know
lower.
how different your point of aim is, but
I'm actually aiming high because I know this.
yeah.
So I can't come up with any reason why you would shoot anything this far away with this kind of a device.
But you can't.
But you can. Like, I am still
It is
hitting, it is possible. I'm still effectively hitting the target. I'm well past the effective range of the device. So I say it's pretty accurate, actually. It's very accurate at self-defense range, and even all the way back here, I'm still hitting my target. After all that fun, my final verdict is absolutely yes. This is a very effective close range self-defense item. It will hit the target up to 60 feet, just like it says it will. I think the sights are pretty accurate. I have a pretty tight group of divots on that board. I think that it's going to require some practice for me to learn how to draw and fire while riding a bike. Although Wade did a pretty good job. He didn't have to draw, it was already in his hand. Wade got 3 out of 4 on the target while riding the bike. If a dog was actually actively chasing you, for one thing, by the time you're going to draw and actually fire this on a dog, he's going to be really close. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to discourage the dog from biting you very effectively with this item. Once again, I feel like it's a very comfortable. The trigger pull is kind of weird, not gonna lie. It's a double trigger pull. So this is gonna fire, so you pull it back to there and nothing happens, see? And then when you finally do that last little spot, that's when it finally fires. So it's kind of cool. It's not really super loud. You don't need any kind of ear protection. If you're shooting at the kind of target that it could bounce back, then definitely eye protection. I would say I'd say most of the ones that I actually found, I found them because they had ricocheted back. But overall, I'm gonna call this a big yes. I'm very, very happy with this purchase. Oh, I did go and look. They do sell this on Amazon, and actually it's a nice little like package that has not just the Byrna launcher, but a few other accessories as well. It turns out to be cheaper than buying it individually. So I'll drop you a link to that. You might find that convenient. I'll also drop some links to the bigger one if you want to try that out, if you have bigger hands or whatever. But all in all, I'm gonna say this is a 10 out of 10. If you just need something, number one, to practice with, or number two, just to carry on a routine basis, but you don't want to carry an actual firearm for your personal reasons, then this is definitely the thing for you. So this has been Baby Blue Gear Review. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. And you know what? Click the link below and get yourself a Byrna, because you deserve it.